morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my brothers and sisters from this planet. Call it Earth. One more time is your friend V.I.V.E, coming back with more information and more videos that I promised to you, which is based in the local philosophy of the Incas known as living with awareness or Ayinkause. I want to welcome you one more time to this channel, and if you haven't seen the previous video, I suggest to you to stop right now, go to the previous video. It says start dating with yourself, and after you do that, come back to this one because one is related with the other. So what I want to do for this week is challenge you to do 3 simple tasks and one little ritual that you are going to try to follow the next 7 days. What is this about? First, I would like that you take to the conscious level something that normally we don't have to because it's part of the unconscious work. The way you walk, the way you breathe, and the way you smile. It's very important for me that you start doing these things in order to start sending the correct messages, either to the inconscious, that we call ego in other cultures, and also to the people who is outside of you. Please look after the way you walk. First thing, every time you are leaning, even when you are taking your cell phone, every time you have your chin down here, stop right there and say, I deserve to walk with pride. That's going to send messages for health. That's going to send messages for emotional, physical health to your body. And that's going to send information as well to the other people. If you start walking every time like this, and you keep this posture, even when you are sitting, even when you are writing, even when you are eating, even when you are writing in the computer, this is going to be the beginning of a very important way to be. Also, I would like you check and you look after the way you breathe. Have a seat comfortable, put your hand in the diaphragm and test that when you breathe in, the diaphragm pumps, and when you breathe out, it contracts. That's the way of breathing. It's called yoga breathing, it's called shamanic breathing, but it should be called human breathing because this is the way that is going to relieve a lot of pain in the back, in the lower part of the back, in the neck area. So it's going to be helpful for many different kind of things. And I want you to practice looking at the mirror the way you smile. What's how intense you smile, how's your smile, what do you think about your smile, because that's what you're going to project to the other people. So the reason because I want you to do these 3 things is because it's a very important thing to start to live with awareness. It's going to be our first step, and it's going to represent for you the way you are going to present for the other people. So please do this daily during the next week, and that's what at the end of the week you are going to notice how important it's going to be for you. Also, I would like to tell you about smiling, that you don't have to smile the whole time. If you would smile the whole time, that could mean that you are happy the whole time. And you cannot be happy the whole time. If you live in a constant happiness, it's a mental disease, and it's called euphoria. Like, in the other hand, if you live in constant sadness, it's called depression. And both euphoria and depression cause problems in our physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental being. So please, you have to understand that we don't have to live in happiness and we don't have to live in sadness. We just have to live. And once we live, we have to accept that they are happy moments that we share with the people we love, with the things we love, with the animals we love, with the situations we love. And after that happens, we tell them, you have your function in my life, it's time to go. And in the other hand, when sad things happens, they are welcome to your life, and you tell them, thank you very much for being part. What do you want to teach me this time, and what do I have to incorporate in my normal life? Also, it's very important to understand that you are in the way you act, the way you eat, the way you walk, the way you smile. That's what defines what you are. But your actions and your habits are defined by your feelings. And your feelings are a combination of emotion and thoughts. As I told you, emotions, you have to allow them come. One make you grow as a person, the positive ones. And the bad ones make you know yourself and make you know what you have to change. So, if you want to change your habits, your behavior patterns, you have to start here, in the thoughts. That's why I'm going to ask you another ritual as well. I would like you to get a comfortable place for yourself, if you've been with me in the last video, your sacred place, a chair, a sofa, one place in your house where nobody's going to disturb you and where you are going to feel you happy. I want you to have a seat over there, and I want you to take a mirror with you. Look at that mirror, look at yourself, and try to repeat whatever comes from your heart. Not repeat like a recipe. This is not a recipe. In the rituals, depends the way you feel things. Depends the way you are going to tell things that they are significant for yourself and not for me. Look at the mirror, look at yourself, and tell yourself, I have finally found you. I promise, don't look for you anymore, because you are who you are. And I'm not going to invest more time in looking in somewhere else than inside of yourself. And I don't just find you. I also know that I love you, and also know that I accept you in the way you are. Don't worry about anything. What happened since you were born and many other lives before, if you believe in reincarnation, to this moment of my life, I accept it, and I bless it, and I love it. We never waste time. We just invest time to make you what you are. We needed that. Don't think about it that you waste time, that you should do something else. No. You needed exactly what happened in your life. You need it to be what you are. And you are what you were 10 years ago, and you are what you will be in 10 years. Yes, in a different moment, in a different awareness level, in a different time, in a different role, in a different thing. But you are what you are. It's more, I would suggest to you to take a piece of paper and write whatever you think about yourself. For the first time, write, because you've been dating with yourself, so you know yourself now. Write whatever you want, whatever you think about yourself. Then take this piece of paper and burn it in the fire. Because that's not what you are. That's what you think you are. That's a concept, that's a role, that's what people think that you are. That's what people has been telling to you that you are. You are just what you are. Once you burn this piece of paper, that you are an empty, blank piece of paper. And what happened in the past, it left you a good lesson. Forget about that. Now we are going to write our future. Now we are going to write what's going to happen in our lives. And I would like you to repeat this action. Not the writing is just once. But looking at the mirror, if you don't feel comfortable like that, look for a friend who wants to walk with you, is a really close friend to you. Walk together to the forest, to a beautiful place where you are. Give it to the other person. Tell them, now I give you the permission to be myself. And the other one give you the permission to be the other guy. And after you walk and you get to the most beautiful place, hug yourself. Tell them, I have found you finally. I promise don't look for you anymore, because now I know that you are here. And I promise look after you, and I promise be for you. And in that way, you will recognize existence. The first step, according with our culture, from the 7 steps that we have in awareness, the very first one is accept that you exist. So please recognize that you are the beautiful, amazing human being, the product of love. It doesn't matter the conditions you were born. You are the product of the universal world. And you decide to come here. And you decide to learn certain lessons that once you accept that you exist, that's it. You're done. You're empty now. No more karma. Now you're going to do whatever you want to do, because whatever happened in the past is already assimilated with you. So you are evolving by yourself at the moment that you want. So please, if you want to do with something else, I don't know, a rock, piece of rock, and you want to walk in the forest with this piece of rock, and you say, that's me. And you give the power, you say, this rock now it's wider. And you say, I have found you. I take you home. Now you are me. And I am a blank piece of paper that I'm going to fill out. I'm going to write my history from now on in the way I want. The next level, and that would be the next video about it, it's that you don't accept that you just exist. You also accept that other things exist around you, and that everything is a system, and there is mathematics, sacred geometry around everything that exists in the world, because everything is alive, and we are capable to create it, these relations. We are capable to tell the other things how to help you in special moments, but that's going to be next. For now, I hope you enjoy this video this week, and I hope you follow these things. If you have questions, just put it down there in the video, and please don't forget to subscribe to these videos, and I give you unconditional love from here to the rest of you, and please start living with awareness, because that's the most important thing now, in the moment, in the planet, in the place, and in the time where we are. Receive all love from me, healing energy and love energy for you, and see you next time.